First, let's see the headlines. Laxman Prasad Acharya sworn in as Manipur governor. Six sessions of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly begins. Congress MP Alfred K. Arthur slams union budget for overlooking Manipur crisis, devastating floods in state. Hello, good afternoon. You're watching ELITETV English News at 12:30. Here we have the latest updates in detail. Newly appointed Governor of Manipur, Laxman Prasad Acharya, took oath of office this morning in the Dhaba Hall of the Raj Bhavan, Manipur, in Falls. The oath of the newly appointed governor was administered by the Chief Justice of Manipur High Court, Justice Siddharth Mridus. Acharya arrived in Falls on July 30 to a warm reception by the Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, Speaker of the Manipur Legislative Assembly T.H. Satyabrata Singh, various ministers, MLAs, Chief Secretary Dr. Vinit Joshi, Security Advisor Kuldeep Singh, DGP Rajiv Singh, and other senior officials at the Raj Bhavan. Acharya has been appointed as the Governor of the Assam and has also been given additional charge of the Governor of Manipur. Earlier on July 30, took the oath as the Assam Governor in Guwahati on Tuesday's afternoon. The oath of the newly appointed Governor was administered by the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, B.J. Visnoy, as Srimanta Sankardeva Kalasetra in the presence of the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, Cabinet Ministers and other dignitaries.
आचार्य ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं श्रद्धापूर्वक मणिपुर के राज्यपाल के पद का कार्यपालन करूंगा तथा अपनी
और संस्कृति भी आपकी साथ है और देखा इतने त्योहारों के बीच में आकर के यहाँ ओत लेना आप सबके बीच में मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। मेरी राज्य के सुख शांति समृद्धि की प्रभु से प्रार्थना करता हूँ। मिलूंगा, हम सब मिल बैठ करके अच्छा ही सोचना चाहिए, जो उम्मीद करती है उसके अनुसार काम।
The six sessions of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly begins today at 11 a.m. with the Speaker T.H. Satyabrata Singh in the chair. However, the 10 MLAs of the Kuki Jo community did not attend the session despite they were invited to join the sessions by the Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. Today is the first days of the sessions. The first session was started with the questions as the first agenda. The first questions was raised by the Congress MLA K. Ranjit Singh and answered by the Awangban Nyumai Minister of Water Resources in the Assembly. Awangban Nyumai, given the reply of the Congress MLA, says that the constructions inside the riverbank is unauthorized. It is illegal. This will lead to the disturbances in the flow of the water freely along its streams. The government's officials recently found many unauthorized constructions inside the river banks of the major rivers in Imphal Valley. The district administration in Imphal East has evicted many illegal installations at the river banks of the Imphal River and Naga River recently. This illegal construction is one of the factors to make flash floods in the states, the minister added.
Hojo Jain Legend Pharmacy Assembly Mamang Dani Ngasi July Tarik Kuntramathoi Ngasi Dagi Hauna Tarani Toy Suba Manipur Legislative Assembly gi oina Taruk Suba session Pangutor Bani Ngasi session Hoguna Minasida Pugi Lamdamasigi MLA Minister Singh Hojik Tungkaduna Hojik Manum Dawi Assembly Hokre Dubu Loina Lorina Ngasi Assembly si Iroina Ngasi si Pugi Manipur gi Anoba Governor Havatare Governor si appoint Toga Mahaki Wasalo Mini Hambadazi Nasigi Governor appoint Obagi function as Lura Matunda Assembly Damakta MLA Minister Amadiano Governor Yaunozi Assembly Assembly Bifum Hobagi from Panko Credo Taruk Suba Taran Suba Manipulation Assembly Taruk Suba budget says Assembly session Asigi Oida Holipa May whom the Hokiba Manipur lady, but Tandu Tado from Habatare Masigi and the own of Suba budget session or the Turipani Assembly session or the Turipani Adobo Home Suba Assembly session as the Manipur Yoina lady pa 10 MLAs, including 2 ministers, Makoy CEO Bobby Woina, La Pugi from Dua Deva, Makoy say, Pugilandamasiki Chief Minister, and the personally invite when a hybrid from Cameron, so Pongo Kadu, Makoy, Hojuji Pukiwina, Minister Niana, MLA Tara, do Hojupokiwina, Europatili, Triadu, Makatana, Makuchi, Yorokata, Yorota, have the way, Hojupokiwina, Kampung Tree, a assembly session as issue, Numitaram to the Pankuka, Maramna. Aduna Hojuji in assembly session as the budget session or Sumiana Panmei with the Hojuki lady ba holy by Iran Siki Horosino for Sumiam, the Pamedu, Miam, the Wanka Amrum, the slogan Cameron, Sulauri, Holy Iran Siki Horos in Poronaba, Madam Dogana, I don't know budget session Iran Dugi, Iran Siga Mail in Iran Sikoros in Poronaba, Kanakani. So Miam is a Hazab of the Hiramasi Matanga, video journalist sitting on Balori Mongolina, Ponzari Bar, the Sikas now Elite News SM.
In his debut speech during the budget session of the Parliament's Alfred Kangnam Sangsagushi author, members of the Parliaments for the Outer Manipur Parliamentary constituency criticized the Union budget for neglecting the pressing issues in Manipur. Representing the Indian National Congress, Arthur highlighted the ongoing violence and the devastating floods that have severely impacted the state. He expressed deep frustrations over the lack of the attentions and resources allocated to the Manipur in the National Financial Plan. Arthur also directed strong criticisms at the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his continued absence in the Manipur despite the state enduring severe turmoil for over 15 months. The Congress MP called for the other needs for the central government's support and the Prime Minister's personal intervention to address the state crisis. Congress MP Alfred Arthur criticized Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, alleging that his speeches are filled with a violent rhetoric. Arthur's remarks comes during their discussions on the budget for the fiscal year 2024-25, highlighting the ongoing turmoils in Manipur. Every day, the words that comes out from his mouth are that of the beating, killing, and violence. What is this? Is this my country, says Arthur, expressing deep concerns over the state of the affairs in Manipur. He questions the absence of the union ministers in the state's post-2023, asking Prime Minister Narendra Modi why no central representatives have been present to address the crisis. Arthur's speech continued, if he is a true person, he is intelligent, but the people in Manipur have not good food to eat. Have not got food to eat. Whom to ask, whom to say, my family sacrificed their life not to see this day. We are all Indians. Addressing the Parliament, Arthur details the dire economic and social conditions in Manipur. Manipur has the lowest per capita incomes and the highest inflation. How do you expect the states that is the lowest in income and paying the highest prices to survive? You already have conflicts and now unprecedented floods have hit as the worst in the 35 years, he stated, criticizing the finance minister budgets as anti-people. He further highlighted the plights of the Manipur people, especially those displaced by the conflicts. Can you not even hear the cries of the women and the children who cannot go back to their homes in one state, a small state with at least a 30 lakhs population? My people have borne this conflict for 15 months. The Manipur Pony and the Polo Players Welfare Association has called on the concerned authority to expedite the release of long-pending grants intended for the polo clubs, highlighting the severe challenges faced by pony owners in procuring adequate feeds for their animals. During a press conference held at the Haptal Kangzaibung yesterday, W. Bronsons, the secretary of the association, described the dire situations of the pony owners. The main habitat for the pony at the Lampel Path was recently submerged due to the flooding. While the government has provided a temporary feeding space at Haptal Kangzaibung, where many ponies have been houses since July 5, owners are struggling to sustain their animals. Pony owners are currently contributing Rs 100 each week, but this is insufficient. The health of the ponies is deteriorating daily, Bronson stated. He emphasized the other needs for the Department of the Veterinary to release the annual grants, which is crucial for the club's operations and the welfare of the ponies. Bronsons also urged pony owners who have not yet registered with the departments to do so within 3 days. Addressing the issues of the wandering ponies on roadside, Bronsons pointed out that the significant inconvenience and the hazards caused by such occurrences, including traffic accidents and injuries to the ponies. He appealed to the owners to ensure that their animals are kept in the appropriate areas, such as Haptal Kangzaibung, to avoid these problems. The Extrajudicial Execution Victims Family Associations Manipur EEVFAM and Human Rights Alerts HRA heartily welcomes the recommendations of the Union Human Rights Committee to the Government of India to abolish the requirement of the mandatory prior authorizations of the governments for the prosecutions of the members of the security and armed forces. This is significant as the denials of the prosecution sanctions is blocking all the trials of the armed forces personnel against who CBI has found prosecutable evidence in their investigations under the WPCR 129 of the 2012. It may be noted that the committee conducted the 4th periodic review of India under the International Covenants on Civil and Political Rights on 15 and 16 of July 2024 at Geneva. After a 6 hours long review wherein the Manipur issues came up at least 13 times, the concluding observations and the recommendation of the committee is finally published as UN documents. The committee is concerned that the requirement of the mandatory prior authorizations of the governments for the prosecutions of the members of the security and the armed forces in the context of the counter-terrorism and security and military operation creates a climate of widespread impunity regarding the allegations of human rights violations. In this regard, the Supreme Court of India in 2016 stated that the allegations of extrajudicial killings must be thoroughly inquired into. However, according to the reports, out of the 1,528 documented instances of the extrajudicial killings in Manipur from 1979 to 2012, only 39 first information reports were registered, of which not all have been scheduled for trials due, amongst others reasons, refusals of sanction for the prosecutions. And now let's take a short break. Keep watching for more updates.
MU gi makhada Bachelor of Fine Arts BFA course hangliba IRE Wangzingda mari suba batch ki tamnanaba admission form thaba haujari hariba course asi any stream da yamdrabada class 12 loiduna sakanglaba institute amadagi pass torpa oigidabani kanaguma masagi apama leijaba graduate natraga master na fawbada tambada kanaraba course asi oja oibada changba B.Ed asi yaudana Fine Arts ki oja oiba yaraba sahi marigi course ni pambiba kanaguma singna ngasing malapiduna ming chanbiba yaragani akupa marol gi damak office hour da college ta lakpiraga thangbiba yagani mafamna Institute of Rural Education IRE Wangzing Department of Fine Arts Wangzing Thobal District Manipur.
Welcome back after the break. Moving on with, in a significant crackdowns, the Manipur police arrested 3 members of the outlaw outfit Pripak, progressive from the Chingmairong Maning Lekai Nepali Basti in Imphal West District. The arrested individuals have been identified as Wangkam Rohit Singh, 25, Yansembam Napoleon Singh, 27, and Suraj Ayam, 20. During the arrest, law enforcement officials seized 3 mobile phones, one numbers of 2-wheelers vehicles and others incriminating items from the suspect, who were reportedly engaged in the extortion activities. Parallel to this operation, security forces conducted extensive search operation and area domination exercises across the vulnerable regions of the hills and the valley districts. This led to the discovery of a substantial cache of weapons and explosive at the foothills of Tekcham Maning Ching in the Thobal district. The seized arsenals included 1 sniper rifles with a scope, 1 bolt action rifles, 1 9mm pistol with a magazines, 6 AG-36 hand grenades, 6 detonators, 1 boa fang radio sets, 36 live rounds, 1 stun grenade, 1 stun cells LR, 1 Stinger's cartridge, 1 smoke cells LR, 3 dike markers grenades, 1 tire smoke grenades, and one tear gas grenade. This coordinated operations underscores the ongoing efforts of the Manipur police and security forces to combat insurgencies and maintain peace and security in the region. Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi on Tuesday moved adjournment motions notice in Lok Sabha, calling for an urgent discussions on the inadequate floods management measures in Assam. In his notice, Gogoi expressed deep concern over the Union Budget 2024's insufficient allocations for floods management in the state. Gogoi highlighted that despite the severe and the recurrent floodings issues faced by the Assams, the budget has failed to allocate sufficient funds for effective floods management. He criticized the governments for merely mentioning Assams in a budget speech without providing the necessary financial support, indicating a lack of commitments to addressing the state's challenges. The MP pointed out the significant reductions in the allocations to the Jal Shakti Ministry for Floods Controls and Drainage from rupees 104.56 crore in 2022 to 2023 to an estimated rupees 33.17 crore in 2024. Gogoi emphasized the Assam floods-prone area cover over 31.05 lakhs hectares, approximately 39.58% of the state total's land area, which is 4 times the national average for the flood-prone areas. The Government Railways Police GRP on July 30 arrested an individuals in possession of arms and ammunition at Ranjia railway stations. Acting on credible intelligence reports, the police personnel arrested the suspect while he was attempting to board the train. The suspect has been identified as Nur Ali, a resident of the Bihar. During the search, authorities recover a .3 pistols with 2 magazines, 13 loose bullets, and a handmade pistols from a bag in Ali's possessions. Additional items seized included the mobile phones, a significant amount of the unaccounted cash, a knife, and a knuckles busters. Sources have indicated that the Nur Ali intended to travel to Ahmedabad with the contraband. The motive behind transporting these arms and ammunition remains unclear, and further investigations are underway to determine the extent of Ali's activities and any potential connections. The incident underscores the ongoing vigilance and effectiveness of the GRP in ensuring the safety and security of the railway passengers and the infrastructures. The Karimganj police successfully solves a high-profile case involving the disappearance of a truck laden with raw rubbers values at approximately rupees 45 lakhs. The truck, which went missing under suspicious circumstances, was recovered abandoned in the Chapar, Assam. In addition to the truck, law enforcement also retrieved around 21 tons of the missing rubbers, which had been illicitly sold in various local markets. The investigation commenced following a complaint lodged at Ratabari police stations on June 26. According to the officer in charge, a company from Silchar had procured 25 tons of the raw rubber from a suppliers named the Badrus in the Bazarghat regions of the Ratabari's Karimganj. This consignment was intended for the delivery to Delhi. However, the goods failed to reach their destinations by the expected dates of July 18, prompting the company to alert the authorities. The subsequent police probe led to the recovery of the trucks, registered under the numbers WB/53/C/0834 in Chapar, Assam. The recovery was complemented by the apprehensions of the Sanjay Singh, the truck owners, with assistance from the Gitanagar's police in Guwahati. Singh's a resident of the West Bengal has been brought back to the Karimganj for the questionings. Meanwhile, both the truck drivers and the co-drivers remain at large. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channels or follow the Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channels. Before we wrap up the headlines, once again. Laxman Prasad Acharya sworn in as Manipur Governor. Sixth session of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly begins. And Congress MP Alfred K. Arthur slams union budget for overlooking Manipur crisis, devastating floods in state. Well, that's all for now. More update coming up at 3 again. Till then, take care and have a great time ahead.